Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Look, the loss to Georgia sucks. It just does, man. Looking back at that football game, the way it went down, all the lead changes, you still have an opportunity at the end of regulation. You knock home a field goal. We're throwing those goalposts in the river. We're celebrating, but it doesn't work out that way. Max Gilbert pushes it right, and it's not just on Max Gilbert, man. This team had many opportunities, several opportunities to put this game away throughout the course of that 60 minutes of regulation. It didn't go our way, and again, it sucks. It stings. It still hurts all these days later, but thankfully Tennessee is going to be back out on the grass tomorrow. We're looking for a dominant win against UAB. Look, it's a glorified scrimmage. UAB is not very good, particularly on defense. They are terrible on the defensive side of the ball. I look for Tennessee to score at will, but let's go out, let's be dominant, and I think that's going to be good. I think it's going to be crucial not only for this football team, but also for this fan base, man, to move forward, to look ahead. You go on the road next weekend to Mississippi State, and I know a lot of people question Josh Heupel and going on the road. Are we going to slip up and lose a game that we shouldn't? First SEC test on the road next weekend against Mississippi State. But I ask you, how do you feel? How do you feel after that loss to Georgia? You've had 6 days to think about it. You've had 6 days to kind of process it. And look, there was a lot of anger in the live chat during the postgame show, a lot of finger pointing, a lot of blaming. Tim Banks, Max Gilbert, conservative play calling down the stretch. But now you've had some time to sit back and think about it. How do you feel about this football team 6 days after the loss to Georgia? I asked a lot of people in that postgame show, how do you feel record-wise, prediction-wise? What was your prediction in the preseason versus what is your prediction now? Because you look around the national media and the perception of Tennessee after that game against Georgia, it has changed. We heard what Joel Klatt said. He called Josh Heupel's offense a high school offense. He mocked it. He made fun of it. This is what he has to say now. He says Aguilar was terrific in a loss. He says Tennessee has got to be so thrilled because guess what? You won the trade. I'm sure you all know that, but you won the trade. Aguilar is a total upgrade quarterback for Tennessee. Their wide receivers on the outside were incredible. How dare you, Joel? They were incredible on the inside as well. How about Braylon Staley? I think he is that answer in the slot position that we've been looking for. He goes on to say they've got a really special offense with Josh Heupel. It's explosive. Aguilar is a good fit. You won the trade. That's a damn good football team. A damn good football team. That's comical. The offense, it's really special. It's explosive. That's coming from a guy that called it a high school offense just a couple of weeks ago. It's amazing how those opinions have changed after the way Tennessee competed against Georgia. J.D. Pickell said, when you can run the football the way that Tennessee runs it, but also be a threat to push the ball deep like Tennessee did against Georgia, the whole offense is open to you. He goes on to say there's a reason why Joey went for 371 yards. Not just the scheme, that's part of it, but the personality, the fearlessness of Joey Aguilar to be able to take the shots deep in the offense. You saw that pay dividends. Cole Kubelik talked about the level of physicality that Tennessee is playing with right now. A lot of the national media is starting to buy in to Tennessee, and one of those talking heads said that Tennessee was done. He said, D-U-N, done. You see the graphic on the screen from On3. New Urban Meyer has declared the Nico Iamaleava Joey Aguilar exchange as the worst trade in the history of trades. I was the first guy when Nico left. I said, D-U-N, done. It is over in Knoxville. I was dead wrong. Look, nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to take a moral victory. But when you're talking about what Josh Heupel, what this coaching staff has done against Georgia, they've never scored more than 17 points. And that's not just Nico. Right, everybody's talking about Nico because it's fresh. Everybody's talking about Nico because he hit the portal post-spring. Right, that's why we're talking about the trade. That's why we're comparing UCLA to Tennessee. Coach Jay likes to say it's apples to oranges. Doesn't really apply, but that's why everybody's talking about it. Yes, Nico didn't score more than 17 against Georgia. You know who else didn't? Joe Milton. You want to know who else didn't? Hendon Hooker, that magical 22 offense that everybody is looking for. We want to go back. We miss Alex Golesh. We need Alex Golesh, do we? Or do we need competent quarterback play. We're going to take a listen to what Urban Meyer said. No other quarterback under Josh Heupel has scored more than 17. Joey Aguilar put up 38 points in regulation. We're going to take a listen to Urban Meyer's comments. We're going to comment on that. But as always, I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff for me. Just smash the thumbs up down there below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel out, but appreciate it. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't fake it. We don't sell you on something that we're not. What we are is exactly what you guys are. That's what makes this channel different. That's what makes this channel unique. It's for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I had a fun live stream this morning with Coach Jay and Foul Ming. If you missed it, go back and rewatch it. I'm going to put it right up here in the corner at the end of this video. Boom, click it, go back, check out the morning show. Tomorrow, we're going to be live an hour before kickoff for the tailgate show, and then also immediately following the game. As soon as the game wraps, we will go live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. You really want to support what we do, you like the videos, the content, the live streams, hit the join button right down there beside subscribe. It's $1. That's it. $1 a month. You help pay the bills around here. We would greatly appreciate it. But let's go take a listen to what Urban Meyer had to say. This is the Triple Option Podcast. It's a podcast on YouTube. It's hosted by several guys. You can see them there on the screen. Urban Meyer, Mark Ingram, and Rob Stone talking about Joey Aguilar after the Georgia game. Let's take a listen.
Joey Aguilar, we brought it up, and what he did in the loss,
man.
Yeah, you're right. The story is crazy. Appalachian State transfers to UCLA. Nico leaves Tennessee, and Nico drops in.
You're
Westwood.
forgetting one thing before Appy State. He quit football. He was a firefighter for a year.
Wow. We talked about this a little bit in the morning show, right? The Joey Aguilar story, the fact that he had 0 offers coming out of high school. Nobody wanted Joey Aguilar. His quarterback coach, shout out Danny Hernandez. He comes from Coach Jay's coaching tree. Football is family. Shout out to Coach Hernandez. He said Joey can make all the throws. Joey can make all the throws that the SEC quarterbacks can make. Joey Aguilar had 0 offers coming out of high school. What does he do? He goes, plays JUCO ball. COVID hits. He's debating quitting football. He talked the story here talking about, I'm not even good enough to play football. I'm going to go be a firefighter. He ends up at App State, gets an opportunity at App State, goes to UCLA 2 years later. He breaks all kinds of records at App State over in Boone, North Carolina, by the way. Breaks all kinds of records. Ends up at UCLA looking for an opportunity, looking for a step up in competition, looking for a chance to prove himself. Nico Iamaleava hits the portal. Joey ends up at Tennessee. Man, what a blessing in disguise for Joey Aguilar. He's got to be looking around saying, look at the talent around me. Look at this offensive line. An offensive line through 3 games that has kept him clean. 1 sack on the books, and that's because he dropped the snap. That's it. This offensive line has kept him clean. Chris Brazel's making plays. Braylon Staley's making plays. Mike Matthews making plays. A room full of running backs that are making plays. Joey Aguilar's got to be looking around saying, man, oh man, what a blessing in disguise. But we talked about those Heisman Trophy odds. What a story. What does it take for Joey Aguilar to get an opportunity to go win the Heisman? And maybe not win the Heisman, but represent the University of Tennessee in New York as a Heisman finalist. What say you in the comments section? Does Joey Aguilar, do they have to win the rest of their games? You got to go 11-1. You got to win an SEC championship, make it to the college football playoff. Is 10-2 good enough if you continue to put up the numbers that you're putting up? Because, again, what a story. Foul Ming said it this morning. The 30 for 30 is there. ESPN, it's there. It's waiting for you. That's just part of it. Urban Meyer said that this team was D-U-N. He said, D-U-N done when Nico hit the portal. Let's hear what he says now.
Think about that part.
Wow.
He went to a junior college, went to App State. This is, I looked it up, and it's not getting enough publicity. Non-recruited, junior college, App State, UCLA. UCLA makes the worst trade in the history of the trades. And Tennessee lands this guy that must be, I don't know this guy, but he must be a monster. And I was the first guy, Rob, when Nico left, I said, D-U-N, done. It's over in Knoxville. How do you lose a quarterback with that talent?
D-U-N,
I was dead wrong.
done.
Dead wrong. That kid played his ass. I know they lost, but he played his ass off, man.
I was wrong, Urban Meyer says. I was dead wrong. Joey Aguilar coming in and proving everybody wrong. I ask you again the same question I asked at the top of the show. How did you feel about this program before the Georgia game versus how do you feel about it now? Because, again, we can pull up Joey's stats. We can look at the numbers. they're impressive, right? They are impressive through 3 games. He's thrown for over 900 yards, 9 touchdowns, but it's more impressive because he did it against Georgia. That was the question. How does Joey Aguilar respond to SEC talent, and not just SEC talent, but the premier program in the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, a team that you've not been able to break 17 against? Joey responds by going 24 of 36 for 371 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air, a touchdown on the ground. Yeah, he had the 2 interceptions. One of those was basically worked out like a punt. You threw it up trying to let Mike Matthews make a play. You could argue that that was pass interference. The other interception, he was trying to hit Braylon Staley. Braylon slipped. He fell down. That's it. That's football. It wasn't some big mistake by Joey Aguilar, but he proved it. He did it against the Georgia Bulldogs. What do you guys think? What does Joey Aguilar have to do if he's going to be representing this team in New York for a Heisman Trophy? How much did your expectations shift before the Georgia game to after? Because the talking heads, the national media, is taking notice. Is Tennessee one of the best teams in the SEC? They're going to have an opportunity to prove it over the coming weeks. You got to go on the road and beat Mississippi State. You got to go on the road and beat Alabama. I think that's the big one everybody's going to be watching. On the road against Alabama, and then when Oklahoma comes to town. What are your thoughts? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. You can do that at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. That link's in the description. You can also support by becoming a member of the channel. Only $1 a month. We greatly appreciate it. Hit the join button down below, where there is also a link in the description where you can do that. Keeps the lights on, allows us to bring you morning shows, content, videos every single day. We cover Tennessee football every single day right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.